My prayer today is that we would have a fresh sense of hope. We would have a fresh sense of God's grace and forgiveness towards us. We would have a fresh sense of His redeeming power and love. That we have a fresh sense of the ability and heart to forgive others. The ability to allow Him to come in and take control of our minds and our will and the direction of our life. I pray today that we'll know a deeper understanding of His love for us. I pray today that we'll walk in a deeper sense of His blessing. And for you, for your household, for your family, for your marriage, or children or grandchildren, or your parents or brothers and sisters, or those that live with you, whatever the situation you're in, and maybe you're living alone and you're feeling isolated actually. And I pray that God's comfort, God's hope will come into that, whether it's the dynamics of the relationships around you, or whether it's the intensity of not having people around you. I pray for a fresh sense of God's presence there with you right now, in the middle of it, in the middle of the challenges, in the middle of the isolation, in the middle of the stresses, in the middle of any conflict, that you would find also that God is with you, that He'll be almost like the one sitting at the empty chair who is also there in the middle, also there in the middle of family life, in the middle of married life, in the middle of isolated life, whatever the circumstances you're in, that you'll find that He's also there with you, that He's sitting there with you, He's supporting you, He's standing with you, He's alongside you. I pray for that reality to be so true today, for every home that connects in with this video, and at any time now or later on. My prayer is that you would experience God's life and hope in your home. Pray today for God's protection around your home, for God's protection around you, for God's protection around your children and your spouse or family, or those close to you, those who are loved ones. Maybe you're concerned about your parents or other people. Maybe you're concerned about a child or a young person. I pray that you know God's protection. And also, alongside you, I just want to pray for those that we care about, and that perhaps we're concerned that we see them struggling, we see them not in a great place, we don't know quite what to do practically or emotionally or spiritually. We might know some ideas, but we might be struggling also to know how to act and how to intervene and how to contribute. We don't want to interfere in the wrong way, we don't want to say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing, but we feel the pain perhaps of our concern for others, and maybe they're not hearing perhaps our thoughts or our input, maybe they're not able to receive it so well. So I pray that God would give us wisdom, perhaps the things that we might need to do or things we might need to say, but most of all to allow God to work in the situation powerfully. So I pray that we would experience that, we'd see that. We commit into God's hands right now those things that are beyond our ability, and even where perhaps you might be feeling isolated and you're not sure how to tackle that issue, and it's really causing a great deal of pain and loneliness. I pray for God's strength, God's healing, God's presence in the middle of that situation right now. Bless you and have a wonderful day, and many blessings on you and your household and those close to you. And may God's presence be with you.